Okay.
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 Fine.
Hi, everybody, and welcome to our weekly podcast, Sit and Knit for a Bit with Arne and Carlos. And we are, as always, your hosts,
Arne?
and Carlos.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
We're giggling.
We're giggling because we've just been we're on a coffee break. Actually, we drink tea, so we're on a tea break. We sat down to do this with you guys. Hopefully, you guys are on a break as well. And Rob, the so-called handy hunk
In the garden?
is working quite a lot. And I just happened to call him Bob, which Arne didn't like at all, because he was wondering how many handy hunks do we actually have in the garden.
It's only one.
Yeah, and he's flat as a pancake, and he goes on 4 wheels, and he's a robot.
Actually, Shirley from Seattle wrote that we should put this carton with a cardboard with a handy hunk that we cut out and put them on top of Rob.
Yeah.
So we have this guy walking around in the garden. But I think next time on a sunny day, I will put you in rubber boots and an apron and give you a garden scissor and take a picture.
Yeah, right. And then glue me on the back of Bob. Sorry, Rob.
Be careful. And on a carton and put you on top of Rob.
Okay.
And, we can't do a big scale photocopy, so I think it will be this size.
It'll be like a garden gnome.
Yeah, if not, we have to go to one of those copy centers and make a huge one.
Yeah, we'll have an electric garden gnome instead of a handy hunk.
Yeah, that could be a nice video on a Wednesday.
Yeah, absolutely. Anyway, we are delighted to be back, and we are so happy that you're here with us. So thank you so much for pulling that comfy chair to sit down and have this 30-plus minute chat with us. We're overwhelmed, Arne. The response of the first episode was incredible.
A lot of viewers and comments. And that's cool.
Amazing. I think we set the bar very high. I don't think we can be that funny every week. So we hope that we're not going to lose you guys
I didn't remember what we said last week.
Well, it was hilarious, apparently. Okay. You were... Oh, okay, so a recap. Last week, everything we said, you turned into an ABBA song.
Oh,
yeah.
That was the...
then we had a long conversation.
You see, my memory is so short.
Not like a goldfish.
I'm like a goldfish.
Yeah, and then we had the conversation about Rob, which we kind of tuned into now. And then we were just talking about all sorts of things. To start with, we just want to emphasize that the name of the podcast, Sit and Knit for a Bit, sounds really great. It is a quirky name that I think fits Arne and me perfectly as how we are as people. But that doesn't mean that all you can do in order to watch this podcast is sit and knit.
You can do anything.
You can do anything, So if you want to crochet and for a bit, if you want to embroider for a bit, that's fine too. What else could you do?
Potpourri.
Okay, yeah. So sit and make potpourri for a bit with Arne and Carlos. How does that sound?
You can make those small bags and make embroidery on top, and then you fill them.
Yeah.
Maybe you can knit them as well.
But you make potpourri.
Make potpourri.
The point is, we're not here to just knit with you guys. We're here to have a lovely conversation when we are on a little break. And as we were saying, we work so hard that we need to go on a break. Because Rob is doing all the work behind us. And what a difference a week makes. It's been raining today.
It's been raining.
It's colder.
Colder.
So we are wrapped in our delicious, warm, woolly knits.
This is what we got on a trip to Lofoten.
Yeah, and then...
I got mine in Lofoten, and you have to order yours.
Yeah, so if you have been following us, and if you've followed our road trip, you would have noticed that Arne bought this beautiful sweater that he's wearing in Lofoten. And then we were talking about the Icelander, the Isländer, but it was only available in an XXL, and it was too big for me, so I didn't buy it. And then we went into another shop, the museum shop in Å in Lofoten, and we saw another version of the Icelander.
No, that was not in Å. That was in Reine.
No, it was in Å in the fisherman museum, in the fishing museum.
That's true. That's where we saw it.
Doesn't matter, but the difference between because the one in Å was available in my size. I tried it on. I think if you saw our road trip, you would have seen me do it.
That was your size. Why didn't you buy it?
Well, that's the thing. I didn't buy it because it was made in China, and I want to support a Norwegian brand. and I want to support something made in Norway of high quality. And the brand that we bought, or that Arne bought, Nordlander, is actually made here in Norway with Norwegian wool. So when we got back home, I actually went online and I ordered this one and I purchased it. And it just came in the mail a couple of days ago.
They're good. Like when we wear these sweaters and we go to shops, people say, "Oh, have you made it yourself?" And then it's like, "No, this is bought." And then it's like,
big disappointment.
big disappointment because they think we make all our clothes ourselves, but
Yeah.
we don't have time for that.
No.
We should, baby, we should. I have a plan when I get old.
Okay. What's
older,
your plan?
I'm gonna go through all the books we have with these old patterns, because before we start knitting as a job, my plan was to make some of the old sweaters,
Yeah.
maybe all of them.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
But then I have to be retired.
Yeah, I mean, it is pathetic. I think it's so pathetic that we don't knit for ourselves, but we're actually very busy knitting for you guys, for you to have patterns to purchase. So if we knit for ourselves, then we wouldn't be here doing our podcast. We wouldn't be doing our patterns for you guys. We wouldn't be writing our books. So it's actually a win situation for you guys. And, well, for us too. I mean, we love doing these podcasts and we love doing the patterns and the designs for you guys. So it is win-win. And remember, we are building an archive of knitwear. And we want to have high quality, beautiful knitwear from all decades and all eras in our archives. And these two are part of the archives now. And we're very happy to have them.
Not right now. We're using them.
Well, we're borrowing them from the archives.
When they get like worn out, they go into the archive.
Yeah, they do. Anyway, thank you so much for watching the first episode, and I hope that we can do a good job this time as well. I think Rob has just gone on a break. Yeah. It's a little weird because he goes around in the grass for like 20 minutes and then he just has to go and
he's having a coffee.
Yeah. Kind of like
his lunch.
Yeah, well, he doesn't eat much, but he needs electricity, so he's being charged now, or he's charging now. Anyway, before we start on the week's recap of things going on,
last week?
We just want to introduce you to a very, very special guest. I wonder if I can get him to come.
That's why we were
Helmer.
giggling, because
Helmer.
like he's like almost hitting the camera because he's huge.
Okay, so this is a gigantic dog.
This is Helmer.
Helmer. Oh, hi, Helmer.
He's a poodle, a big poodle.
Yeah, this is a standard poodle, and he's about 5 times the size of Freya. And Helmer is staying with us for, he's a house guest.
He's a house guest for a few weeks, I hope.
Oh, yeah.
For a month or 2. He's so nice.
I love him
He's
so much.
Cute. He's a really cute dog.
But he's being a little
But
bit...
he's big.
Yeah, he's big, and he's being a little bit of a pain right now. I mean, go figure, we had to accept taking him in for a few weeks, dog sitting, at the same time as Freya is going through her cycle, I would call it.
Yeah, she has her thing going on, and we had to put on like this black pantyhose or...
No, not pantyhose. It's a black panty.
Panty?
That literally works as a chastity belt. Nobody can get in there now. And I'm sorry. You remember it's Dogman. We can't edit that.
No.
Anyway, I didn't say that. What I meant was it's kind of like a belt, chastity belt, which is good because he's 5 times her size, and we don't want no babies.
No. But actually, he try hard, but he can't do it because he's so big. So he's like, he's doing his thing, like up in the air.
Yeah.
And she's so happy.
Yeah, he misses with about this much. Sorry, I should.
We shouldn't go into details.
No more details.
No
But
more details.
Needless to say, it has been quite a thing, and our biggest job for the past 5 days has been to keep them separate. Especially when we're not around, so they have to be. That's why you won't be seeing Freya this week. She's indoors, relaxing. I don't know.
She's taking a nap.
Yeah, or something.
She needs 5 minutes.
Yeah, she's on a break, and Helmer is with us because he's got separation anxiety as well. So he,
and especially from Freya. Okay, he's doing his business.
Yeah. Anyway,
so
yeah.
what happened last week, or since last time?
Okay, so back to our lives and our situation around here. It's been
part of the situation.
Well, that's part of the situation, and if that wasn't enough, there's a fox.
We have a fox in the garden. That fox drives me crazy.
He drives everybody
actually,
crazy.
And I remember once we discussed what was the sound of the fox, and we heard it like a few nights ago. It was
Yeah.
up in the road behind the house, and it was high pitched.
Yeah, he sounded like a hyena, actually.
I've never heard a hyena. We don't have much of those around.
No, but that's what he sounded like.
How
Like,
do you know that?
I don't know what a hyena sounds like, but if I would have guessed, it would have been that.
Yeah, it sounds like a...
But that's not all. Every morning that we wake up, because you can actually see behind us. You see the porch. This is a lovely covered terrace, and then we're in the other porch. We have a second porch because we're sitting down by the bathing house, as we call it. It's actually a guest house, but we call it the bathing house because people used to bathe here in the past, and then jump in the lake.
It's also been the chicken farm.
And it's been our chicken coop.
Coop.
Yeah. Anyway, we're under a covered porch, but if you look behind us, there's a covered porch that actually leads into our home. And on that covered porch, we keep all our shoes because as a traditional Scandinavian home, just like a Japanese home, you also take your shoes off to enter your home. In Scandinavia, that's kind of a custom here as well. So we keep all our shoes outdoors. Well, not anymore, because for a few mornings we couldn't believe what was going on.
No, they were like clogs and sneakers. They were like all over.
And boots.
Boots. They were like everywhere in the garden. And I was wondering like, how did that happen? And we figured out it must be the fox, because he's coming into the front porch and he's taking shoes.
Yes.
And he also shoe
Yeah.
one of Freya's leashes, because there's like this leash that
Yeah,
goes
leash.
out.
Yeah, leash.
And at the edge of the leash, there's like leather, and the fox had bitten it off.
Yeah. Yeah, it's been a nightmare. And of course, you can imagine Freya barks because of the moose. Now Freya barks because of the fox. Helmer is not a barker. He does not bark.
No, he doesn't bark.
However, he is not a dominant dog either. He's very mellow. But if Freya barks, Helmer barks. And his bark is about 5 times as annoying as Freya's bark. So yeah, our life.
That's still cute.
Yeah, so our life right now is full of chaos, but it's good. It keeps us on our toe.
Yeah, of course. And it's not boring.
No, it's never boring
You would
here.
think it's boring since we live in the middle of nowhere, but things happen
Yeah.
all the time. There's always something.
Yeah, there's always something. And yeah, here we are in isolation in our garden during this COVID pandemic. We're not going to be touring this year, which is a bit of a...
Well, it's not like isolation, because we've been traveling. Like we've been in Lofoten,
Lofoten,
and we've
yeah.
been all over Norway, but we not go abroad like we did before.
Yeah, and this year we're actually not doing anything. We've canceled our whole schedule. Usually fall indicates the high season. About right at this time, on a usual normal year, we will be planning the classes that we're going to be giving and the lectures that we're going to be doing. We are also packing for our big tours. Last year we were in America for 78 days. We went to Denmark. We were in the UK. I mean, we were everywhere. And this year we're not packing.
No, we were supposed to go to
South Africa, Japan. We had a knitting cruise that got postponed.
Yeah. In
So
Australia and New Zealand.
so this year we are here. We're stuck at home.
I'm glad we have a big house.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Wonder how the mood will be like in February.
Oh, I don't know. I mean, we love traveling. We love meeting
If
you
you
guys.
stay tuned, you will see.
Yeah, you'll see.
If we still do this in February.
We'll see. Anyway, yeah, we love traveling. We love meeting you guys, and now we're not being able to because of the world situation. But we are doing a few Zoom things.
Helmer
What's he doing now?
is eating flowers.
Oh.
Come in. Helmer.
Anyway, we're doing Zoom things this year, which is actually not kind of the same at all, but it is nice because when we do these Zoom lives that we're going to be doing with a few stores here and there.
I think that was nice.
It's nice because you actually do get to see people.
Yeah, we saw like we did one
in Los
Help me.
Altos,
Los Altos?
Uncommon Threads with Stephanie.
yeah, and then all the faces on the people who participated came up on the screen, and there was a lot of familiar faces.
Yeah.
And I think that was actually very nice because we recognize people.
Yeah, we
know
did,
some of
yes.
them, and that was really nice.
Yeah, and then we've just done one called Fiberside Chats, which is a conglomeration of I don't know how many, 10, 12, 14 yarn stores that go together. It was a great event. And now we're going to be doing 2 Zoom events a month in September. October, and November.
Yeah.
Which I'm excited about. It's not the same as traveling, I know, but at least it's something. And this Saturday, we've got a very special event as well. So this Saturday, which was going to be September... No, sorry. It's next.
Know.
Sorry.
Look
It's-
at your phone.
I'm sorry. It's next Saturday. So next Saturday, September 20th. Okay, now I'm really confused.
What day is it?
What day is it today? We've been at
So,
home.
This is what happens when you're never going anywhere.
Okay.
It's like you're stuck in your house.
Okay, this coming Saturday, September 19th, we are
Oh,
going
you were
live.
not
Yeah,
far. You said 20.
yeah, that was Sunday.
Oh, yeah.
But Saturday, September 19th, we're going live on Instagram. No, we're going live on YouTube. Sorry, I don't know where my head is today. We're going live here on our YouTube channel for a Q&A. So get your questions in order, write them down in the chat once we're live, and we'll answer them. So that's going to
There will
be
be questions. We don't have like a team this.
no theme. It's just a live Q&A. So anyway, we're going to remind you at the end of the show as well. This Saturday, September 19th, at 6 p.m. Central European Summer Time, which is 11 a.m. Central Daylight Time, or 12 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. We've got a great live Q&A coming on this channel. So don't forget to join us, and make sure to ask us all the questions you want to know, of all the things you're dying to know about us. You're going to be popping those questions in the chat, and we're going to be replying as many as we can. I'm looking forward to that. It is going to be our interactive event with our viewers this year that is going to be the bomb.
The bomb. Okay. So what's all this?
Oh yeah. We've got loads of stuff.
We have to talk about it. because
Yeah,
you
so
brought it.
when we were in Lofoten, we visited Lofoten Wool, and our very favorite friend Ragnhild, she is here, and she sent us all these lovely cards. Like,
her happy sheet.
yeah, there's a thank you note where she was thanking us for visiting her and for promoting her company on our channel.
These are so nice.
Yeah, and then we've got our
Those are the happy-
favorite photo of the
I
happy
think
sheep.
they're all happy.
Yeah, they are lovely. And we had great feedback from her episode as well. If you haven't seen it, it's on our YouTube channel. It's all about how to dye yarn. And Ragnhild taught us how to work with indigo,
And look what we got in the mail.
which is this. And we weren't able to take it with us because when we were working with our skeins, they weren't dried yet. So we were kind of just showing them. Then she actually had to have them stay.
Dry them?
Yeah, well, she had to do the process a couple of more times and with vinegar.
Oh yeah, that's
Yeah.
true. She finished it. She didn't have time for that.
But eventually, we got them in the post, and these are the skeins that we dyed with our own hands.
Are they looking the same?
Yeah, well, the messier one is mine.
So this is yours.
Yeah. So yeah, here
I
are
think
the.
they're all nice.
Yeah, here are the skeins of ready dyed indigo yarn that we're going to be making into something.
I'm gonna make mittens with cable.
That sounds like a
Because
great idea.
I don't have two colors, and I don't do plain color work.
No,
I have to do.
well, you
something.
can't do color work if it's plain. Then it's
No,
just
I don't
called
do-
stockinette.
I don't want to make mittens just stockinette. I want.
Oh,
a
that's what you
pattern.
mean, yeah.
That's what I mean. I'm bad. We should do this in Norwegian.
No. English is fine. And I think I'm going to do a hat in cable as well for my
You can
for
have.
my head.
I think you can have both a hat and.
Yeah, we'll see.
We'll see. And we also bought this grey one, which is natural.
Yeah, and this is from her. We
This
bought
is
it from
the
her.
happy sheep. And we bought this yarn that you put in the heel. This extra very thin
Yeah.
yarn. It's hard to see. Oh, there you saw it.
So we've got a skein each to make ourselves a decent pair of hard wearing warm socks that we will be wearing when we go on our mountain hikes.
Yeah. This is called Sørveggen. That's the south wall
Yeah.
because it gets this color.
Because usually the wall exposed to the south gets bleached.
Yeah.
So yeah, so we'll be making delicious. Actually, this yarn is very soft.
Yeah, I think it's nice.
For Norwegian yarn, I find it very soft.
This also.
Yeah.
It's softer than like the one we made, the bunad stockings from.
Much softer.
Yeah. It's
So
nice.
yeah, so there's going to be more stockings, and these are going to be cabled as well. I want mine cable. I just don't want them all the way up to the knees.
I think we should do socks inspired of the one we made for the fall costume.
Yeah.
That could be cool.
And people were actually commenting, Arne, because we showed the stockings last week,
Yeah.
and people were commenting when they saw the length of the stocking. They were saying, "Oh boy, you must be very tall." And we are actually quite tall, both of us. I am 1 meters and 84 centimeters in height, and Arne is about 1 meter 78.
I think I'm like compared to most people in Norway.
You're average.
I'm average.
And I'm also average,
I feel very tiny sometimes.
but you're not.
Depends on where you are in the world.
Yeah, you're 1 meter 78, which is just under 6 feet. I think it's 5 feet 9 or 6 feet. Maybe it's 6 feet. And I'm about 6 feet 1, I think. So 186.
But the socks are over the knee.
Yeah, they have to go over the knee because you have to tie, and then you tie them with a garter. So because the trouser that we're going to be wearing for our fall costume is a knee trouser. It's called a breech, I think, breeches.
Knickers?
Yeah, knickers. Knickers in Norwegian is not the same as knickers in
Oh,
English.
so that's the Norwegian word for today.
That's the Norwegian word for today. So you've got knickers, and knickers. It's spelled the same way as the British knickers, which means
no,
women's
it's with
panties.
N, not K.
Well, sorry, yeah, you're right. In Norwegian, it's spelled with an N, N-I-K-K-E-R-S. But do you know what K-N-I-C-K-E-R-S, knickers, means in English?
Is that like underwear?
It's a woman's underwear.
It's not in Norway.
No, we're not wearing. We're
In
not
French,
wearing.
It's pantalon de Norvège.
Oh, the breeches, yes.
The knickers. Knickersen.
Arne, we're not wearing high knee stockings with garter bands and knickers, because that is not the look of the traditional folk costume in Norway.
That was a very ugly. You painted a very ugly picture in my head right now.
I know,
Oh my
it's horrific. Oh,
Take it away.
yeah, absolutely not that kind of knickers. We're talking about breeches. If we were from Scotland, it would have been like a kilt, and the stockings work the same way. They are decorative and they go up to the knee. So we're wearing high knee stockings with garter bands, and then we're wearing breeches in black. It's not. Yeah.
What if we met someone and they didn't speak Norwegian, or like they didn't understand what we were talking about, and we told them you should put on your knickers and your high stockings for 17th of May, the National Day?
Yeah, they would.
That person would show up in that outfit. That would be very embarrassing.
Yeah, but then again, do you think anybody would show up in an outfit like that in public? I mean,
Well, you never know. Like
the English
you have,
knickers.
Like you have to do like when you go to another country, you do what's in their culture.
yeah, well,
You don't want to pull. You don't want to insult anyone.
that's true. When in Rome, do as the Romans. Yeah. So anyway, the word of the day, the Norwegian word of the day is going to be knickers.
Knickers.
N-I-K-K-E-R-S. It doesn't mean a woman's panty.
No.
It means breeches. So knee trousers that go down to the knee only, and that are supposed to be worn with stockings.
But I don't know if they call the bunad knickers, but the one you use for skiing is a knickers. Maybe the
bunad is
thing
knickers too.
Is it knickers?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Anyway, you wanted a word of the day, and there you have a word of the day, and now you know what knickers is in Norwegian.
But since we talk about the bunad, I take this away, and then you can show everybody what I gave you for your birthday.
Yeah, exactly. Because if you remember from last week, we were talking about the items that Arne won, which means he ordered them and I had to pay them. I'm sure a lot of you can relate to that.
I paid them,
No, I paid them.
and I won them.
Yeah. So anyway, Arne offered me this beautiful box as a gift for my 50th birthday.
Look at those rose paintings.
And it is actually very, very beautiful.
This is from the west coast of Norway.
And then he got himself. Well, there was actually two in the
Lot.
in the lot. So 2 boxes and then one a chest. that we call a kiste in Norwegian that you learned last week. Anyway, so the one that Arne got is smaller but taller. It's very, very beautiful.
But
and
you
then,
like this one, you said.
well, actually, you told me to choose, and I chose this one because I really like this one, and then also because I thought that you really love the other one.
But you shouldn't think like that. You should take the one you like because it was your birthday.
Yeah.
If you really want the other one, you can have it.
No, because they're both on display. We have them on display.
Yeah. So this
On a
is yours.
table, and they look beautiful, and it doesn't really matter whose is whose because they're both beautiful. But yeah, I think yours is gorgeous as well.
Thank you.
So but I don't want
So
it.
do I.
You should keep
I like
that one.
all of them.
And we're gonna do the unboxing just to show you because this is what is gonna happen. Our garter bands are also gonna come in here. The jewelry that we wear.
If you have a knife, you put it in.
Yeah, there's a knife going together with a fall costume, and then there's going to be a silver piece that will go up on the neck.
Cufflinks.
And cufflinks in silver. And all of these items are going to be put in the beautiful box. I'm just going to show you the... Here you go, and this is the inside.
Yeah. It smells.
Yeah, it smells a little like old things.
So it's good you can do potpourri then.
Yeah, next week we're going to definitely be doing sit and make potpourri for a bit. In order to add a little bit of a perfume scent. And the stockings have now been washed and are super soft now. And you can see how beautiful the pattern came out after we washed them.
I think it's nice with this yarn because when you wash it, is it called bounces out?
Yes,
a
it
little
does.
Bit. So if it's coarse and it can be a little bit uneven, so it's a little bit bulky when you make it, but it actually straightens up.
Yeah, and people are going to probably be wondering what the procedure or the process for the washing that we did. And I know a lot of you know because we've made a video where we show how we steam our knits. We use an iron and a wet cloth, but that is only done. That we only do that with stockinette, color work, things like that. But cables, no way. So what we did with these was that we washed them and then we hung them. Oh no, we didn't. We laid them flat.
We lay them flat on this.
A rack. We have a rack with wires like that.
They're hanging a little bit, but
yeah, and just let them dry flat. We do not have to block them or pin them to size because the pattern already indicated the sizes, and we just knit our size for the sock. And once because if you knit to gauge, you get the size the way it should be, and then you don't have to block it into a certain size.
And then you put it on, and then it's.
Yeah, and it's stretchy, so they work very
and also,
well.
Like when you can't block, or you never block like cable and stuff because then you flatten them out. So it's nicer just to wash them, especially with Norwegian yarn. You just wash them carefully, and there you go.
Yeah, smells delicious. Well, actually, no, it smells. Smells like old things, but maybe we could, because the box had an old smell, but maybe if we put some potpourri, we can get the stockings to smell of lavender or something.
But we can hang them outside before we use them.
Yeah, and remember, I mean, this is knitted in 100% lamb's wool. All I need to do is hang them out overnight, just put them on the hanging rack or the cloth rack or whatever, outdoors. And especially now when the weather is so fresh.
But you never know with socks, white socks, and you have black shoes for the folk costume.
Yeah.
So maybe they are a little bit dirty after one day wearing them.
No, what I mean is before I wear them. So
before you wear,
if you take,
I know, that's what I said.
Yeah,
before.
if you take them out of the box and funky kind of old smell, hang them on your clothing rack outdoors overnight, and especially now when the air is so crisp and fresh and wonderful. And then in the morning, the old smell will be gone, and they will be refreshed and clean and pretty, because wool is self-cleansing. Remember that.
Yeah, but we should make those potpourri bags and put that in
Yeah, definitely. So knit and make potpourri for a bit will be our next adventure. Okay, we're still trying to find the way of doing this podcast. We're not 100% there. We don't know what the format is going to be until you guys tell us. And we want to thank you for a lot of wonderful suggestions in the comments of last week's episode. And we would like to encourage you to continue giving us feedback. What do you like that we're doing? What is not interesting? We really want to make this all about you.
Like, what should we talk about?
What should we talk about? As long as it's not a tutorial, because we do those on Sundays. Remember
Sunday.
that.
And should we ask questions? Should we ask They answer questions.
Yeah, but we have a live Q&A coming where we can do that.
can do that.
So anyway, we want suggestions, we want your help, and we want your advice. And remember that Sit and Knit for a Bit is supposed to be a half hour, but I don't think we'll ever be able to make it 30 minutes exactly, because there is a lot to cover each week, even though nothing actually happens around here.
No, actually, he's coming?
No, he's
No.
actually... I think he quit.
Maybe the season is over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Arne, you prepared a couple of other things, because originally we had another Norwegian word in mind for the word of the day. We're going to leave it for another time.
I think knickers is good.
Knickers is the Norwegian word for this week.
So,
But
I've
you
been
prepared a few things,
yeah,
didn't
because
you?
I've been cleaning again, or moving things around, and I found this piece of woven fabric that I made this spring.
No, you made that in 2019, so 1 year ago.
1 year ago.
Yeah.
Already?
Yes, already.
Oh. Because my plan was to do weaving again, because I hadn't done it for like 25 years or something.
Mm-hmm.
I did it in arts and crafts school. So
Yeah.
I started to make this scarf, but I used felted tweed and it didn't work. It broke because I used this loom.
Yeah.
This is the loom. This is the yarn comes through this one, then all the yarn goes in there and you block it.
Mm-hmm.
No, the end kind of like this is not a tutorial, but so when you finish thing, it comes into this one and you roll it up,
Yeah.
and then this goes around your waist,
Yeah.
and then the rest of the yarn I use a hanger. So I put all the yarn on the other end into this one, and I put like this, and I put this on a chair or
Yeah.
on a door handle.
So I believe this is called, according to the information that we received when we posted on Instagram, because in Norwegian it's a grindvev. I thought that was going to be the Norwegian word, but hey, it became knickers. Anyway, a grindvev is a rigid heddle loom, and this one is a backstrap loom, so it goes on your back. And then Arne had that clever idea of using a hanger to kind of stretch out the yarn, which is fantastic.
I think it worked.
Yeah.
But we have to change yarn, so we are going
What
to
was that again?
felted tweed.
Oh, this is Rowan's felted tweed.
Yeah,
Okay.
Because I think the colors are really nice, and it was so fun to weave with it.
Colors are amazing.
But I'm going to change it into Mordale.
This
because
gives
that's
me
stronger.
this. If you look at this, people, huh? This gives me some 1982 Chanel vibe. I'm thinking like a tweed Chanel suit, jacket, and a mini skirt with those big double C's earrings and loads of pearl necklaces.
It also gives me another vibe from
Okay.
the 70s.
Oh, really?
All the arts and craft people in Norway, they were wearing those scarves.
Yeah.
Woven like in purple and pink and this color.
Yeah, but that's the way the fashion industry works. They look for stuff in other industries and then they copy them, or they kind of inspire themselves. And so we were speaking with some people from the Rowan team the other day, and they were saying that they were noticing that the fashion industry right now is getting a lot of inspiration from the crafts world, and it is actually true. We've noticed that as
Yeah.
well. So it's going to be exciting to see what the fashion industry comes up with in the next few seasons, and I think we're going to be seeing a lot of knits, a lot of crochet, a lot of handwork, which is interesting.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
So it goes both ways, I guess.
Anyway, weaving, the weaving little swatch that we wanted to show you today was just to kind of make a point out of the fact that this is not a 100% knitting podcast. This is a podcast about any craft. And if you don't want to sit and do anything, you can do that too.
Because this you can do while you watch something.
Yeah, or you could just have a cup of coffee and not even do anything.
Yeah.
So everybody's welcome to this podcast, and we're so delighted that you're showing up. So thank you so much for that.
But I'm going to start over again.
Yeah.
With the Mordale yarn, because that's stronger, I heard. So.
Yeah, that's what they said.
Yeah,
so
so-
let's try that. And we'll give you an update once we get the yarn and once we set up the loom again. If you want to see an update here on our Sit and Knit for a Bit podcast, please comment below. Okay, Arne, we're reaching the end.
Yes.
It's
So-
been a delightful time. I'm so happy that we're going to be doing this every single Wednesday.
Maybe next Wednesday we have to do it indoors because it's getting more chilly.
It is, yeah, but I'm still okay. What do you say?
My nose is running.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's probably because of the ginger tea as well.
Well, yeah, I heat up the nose.
Because it's quite spicy.
It's spicy and warm.
Anyway, before we start the formalities, which we have to do every week, we are going to be showing you a new block that we've designed and that we're posting for free at arnecarlos.com. Go to our blog and look for the blog post that is called sit. I do that all the time.
Sit and bit for a knit.
Yeah, sit and knit for a bit is the name of the blog post, and it will coincide with the episode. So episode 1 was a beautiful Norwegian poppy, or kind of like a northern Scandinavian poppy. And this week we've got a new block, and it's going to be, the blog post is going to be Sit and Knit for a Bit, episode 2. Now there's some people that get really cranky and they start commenting that the links are not working and where are the links, but the links are there. You just need to use your eyes and look for them and take the mouse and kind of go over the words that are underlined, and if you suddenly put it there and you see it's clickable, that's the link. It's not too difficult, but we're going to be letting you do the effort because we have a lot to do, and this is, after all, a free knit along. So yeah, I think people should make a little effort.
People ask?
A couple.
You sound like you're a little bit.
Well, I felt that a couple of those comments could have been a little bit less commanding and less rude, I think. I'm sorry, but that's how I feel. So anyway, the links are working and they're there. All you need to do is move your mouse, and when you see something happening with the mouse, that link is the one you click, and then you'll get the
Maybe we should do like
chart.
a tutorial one, like on the Sunday tutorial.
Oh no, that's not a tutorial.
How to open a link.
Oh no. If people want to do this knit along, they should be able to find the links properly.
But anyway, we have a new.
We do, yes. Was I mean?
No,
I'm not mean.
Is it kind of like you had it?
No, I didn't have it. I just thought that. Come on, it's not difficult. If you want it, you'll find it. It's not a problem.
We could post it on Instagram, the diagram. Then people don't have. No, people can do it.
People can do it on the on the blog. Go to arnecarlos.com, look for the week's episode, and read the whole post. And there will be a sentence saying, "Click here for the chart." And all you need to do is click here, and the chart will come up. It's easy. It's not rocket science.
No. More peace and love.
Yes.
A new block.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. This is a butterfly, a new butterfly. And
Yep.
I said to Carlos that, like, can we call it a butterfly? Because we had the butterfly already. And then you said it's a butterfly too.
Yeah. So we're calling it Butterfly 2. 2 as T-O-O, not T-W-O.
So we have another one. And this is...
Yeah. Why don't you move it a little closer to the camera and explain it a little bit?
Now this one has those X's that you find on a lot of Norwegian knitwear on the wings. So that's kind of like, it's a Norwegian butterfly with X's.
Yeah.
Da-da-da-da. The block of the day.
And it's downloadable as a PDF that you can print. Just go to arnecarlos.com, go to the blog, look for the link, read the blog post. That usually helps. Click on the link. It will download, and then you can print it, or you can save it into your computer, or whatever you want. It is a free project. It is a knit along. Next week, Arne, we are going to be showing our friends who are knitting with us a part of the blanket.
Yeah, because like we've been sewing together the squares, because in the beginning we were thinking to do pillows, so there could be like 2 pillows, and then we decided to make a blanket.
Yeah.
So we've been sewing all these pieces together, and
we've sewn 18 already.
And I saw one block into the blanket that wasn't posted.
Yeah,
so we have to show the whole blanket next time.
So next time you're gonna see 18 patches or blocks sewn together. One of them has not been published, but that will be next week's block, so that you will be able to get it then and enjoy it. And if you start putting your blankets together, we'll be doing it at the same time, and maybe by the end of this fall, we will all have a project in common. So.
And I have a crazy idea.
Okay.
Because I think I will make 2 of each block,
Mm-hmm.
and then when I have 2 big blankets, I can put them with the inside towards the other inside, like, and then sew them together and have a double.
Yeah, instead of the double knitting.
Instead of double knitting, you have a double blanket, but it's actually 2 blankets sewn together.
Sounds like a plan.
So it's like different colors on each side. And I can get rid of a lot of leftover yarns because I need to clean up.
Yeah, sounds great. So this is going to be something to talk about next week. Our 30 minutes have now become a little bit more than 40 minutes. So it is time to leave you. And
it's getting windy.
It's getting windy and we need to get back to work. I'm sure there's stuff in the garden that we have to do. So, formalities, Arne.
If you liked the episode, put your thumbs up and please remember to subscribe. No, if you subscribe, you don't miss an episode.
Turn on your notifications.
And turn on the notifications.
So that you never miss an episode. And join the family of Arne and Carlos by subscribing. And remember this, keep this in mind, because if you're not a subscriber and you still watch the episodes, remember, the more subscribers we get, the more support we get from YouTube, the more we're actually able to make these episodes. So without subscribers, we couldn't be here at all. So we really need as many people as possible to subscribe in order to have success with our channel. No subscribers, no channel. It's as easy as that. So thank you so much if you are supporting us already by subscribing. And if you're not supporting us by subscribing, please consider doing that. You can also support us by buying patterns online at arnecarlos.com. What else? Oh yeah, and remember, this Saturday we're doing a live Q&A at 6 p.m. Central European Daylight Time, which is 11 a.m. Central Daylight Time. No, sorry. It's 6 p.m. Central European Summer Time, which is 11 a.m. Central Daylight Time, or 12 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. Don't miss it. We won't be doing an episode on Sunday this week because the live episode on Saturday will be reposted as a rerun for Sunday. So if you can't be with us on Saturday, you can be with us on Sunday. So let me just say it again in case I said it wrong. The live episode is on Saturday, September 19th, 2020. And the rerun, if you missed the Saturday episode, is on Sunday. Central European Summertime at 6 p.m., which is 12 p.m. Eastern Time, 11 a.m. Central Time.
You're good. I never understand how you can remember these things because I can't even remember the important thing.
Well, I think you did a good job.
No, I didn't.
And look at who's back at work.
He's working.
Oh yeah, so we'll have to join Rob. We're gonna go join Rob. So thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you again, same place, same time next Wednesday. Bye.